I actually recall it opposite. I thought when I started talking, it started to rain. But thank you, Carl, and good afternoon to everyone. And thanks to the Decatur Trades and Labor Assembly for the invitation to again speak at this year's Workers' Memorial Day ceremony here in Decatur and in Macon County. Today, as everybody knows, is an important day to remember those loved ones lost in tragic workplace incidents across the country and here locally, and to bring to the public's attention the importance of workplace safety measures. From daily labor in coal mines in Macoupin County, where I live, to road construction projects across the state, to the mills at ADM, there always has been and always will be an uncertainty and risk that comes with a day of work. Not knowing if your mother or father, your wife or your husband, your son or your daughter will return home. Sometimes we forget about that danger and the hazards of a common day of work. A day of work can be unsafe, but it ought not be. Just a few days ago, we all saw on the news that a garment factory across the world in Bangladesh collapsed, killing hundreds upon hundreds of workers and injuring hundreds more. And we're all aware of the massive explosion in Texas at a fertilizer plant that killed 15 individuals and injured so many more. And our country's history is a firm proof of how dangerous the workplace can be. For example, in 1860, in Lawrence, Massachusetts, 145 workers were killed and 166 more were injured when a cotton factory building collapsed. In 1902, in Coal Creek, Tennessee, a coal mine explosion took the lives of 184 coal miners. In 1907, in West Virginia, in the worst mining disaster in American history, an underground explosion killed 362 out of 380 coal miners. 362 out of 380 coal miners that came to work that day. In 1947, in Texas City, a ship in the dock exploded in the port, killing 581 people. The list goes on and on, my friends. These are just a few that I found last night preparing for today's speech. Major industrial accidents have occurred in our nation's history time and again. But today we must remember that accidents on a much smaller scale, compared to the ones that I just named, happen every day across this country, impacting the lives of hardworking American families each and every day. They may not make the news, they may not be as instilled in our memories or by media coverage, but they do happen, and their impact cannot be ignored, and it should not be forgotten. Over the years, we have made what could be described as incredible advancements in making the workplace of the American worker safer. We can attribute, and we should attribute, these advancements to organized labor and to labor leaders such as many of you that have gathered here today. People like John Penn of the Laborers Union, and of course labor leaders like our good friend Michael Kerrigan. Although OSHA continues its work to improve safety standards, according to the Illinois Department of Public Health, Illinois has had 177 workplace fatalities in 2011 alone, in 1 year. And that's the most recent year that data is available. 177 people lost their lives in 1 year when they were at work. This is far too many families and friends negatively affected by unneeded loss. Here in Macon County, we have lost 108 workers, including Michael Cordray, who lost his life earlier this year. We as public officials must continue to work with OSHA and the Department of Labor to improve workplace safety standards in the state of Illinois. And I know that Representative Scheer and I are committed to that effort when we represent you in Springfield. In closing, I would like to offer my congratulations to Carl and everyone at the Decatur Trades and Labor Assembly for their work in this successful capital campaign and putting this monument together. I stand ready to continue to work with the Assembly and the Illinois AFL-CIO to improve workplace safety standards here, not just in our state, but in central Illinois. Let's remember those whose lives have been lost at the workplace today. Let's remember their collective work, their individual contributions to society, and to their family, friends, and community that they leave behind. Thank you.